the Grammys. He's usually good for some lols when it comes to stuff like the Grammys.
Because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I'm sorry to do this to everyone out there. I don't feel so great. I know I say that all the time. There's a lot going on in my world, but I hate to make everyone else out there feel sick too. Now, I have other things going on, so this is more like feel sick to your stomach kind of sick. But the Grammys were last night, and I had planned on doing a video on the Grammys, but I promised myself I wouldn't watch the Grammys. I'd only watch the clips of the performances on YouTube and get through what I could without hurling on myself because, well, one, I mean, I'm going to run out of clothes, I guess, at some point because these people make me so violently ill, and there's not enough Imodium in the world to keep it contained on the other end after watching some of this. But again, this was a giant ritual like we always see. We see the same signs, the same symbols, the same magic circles, moons, performances from the moons. And
Hold on, let me pull up my list. This is my list of things that call for an uprising and other conspiracy theorists have said are Freemason symbols. Right now we have orange, 33 butterflies, the sun, 5-pointed star, pyramids, eyes, blue and gold, black and white, covering one eye, rock-on hand symbol, crowns, and spirals. So I guess I have to add... the moon to this list. Hold on, I gotta make sure this is the moon. What was the other one? He said magic circles. I don't even know what that means, but I'll put it. Magic circles. Great.
And this was just a giant witchcraft performance is what it was. It was giant. It was a giant celebration, I guess, of the witches. And what could possibly be the only thing that is laughable about it, for those of us who have a sense of humor, is that how much these social influencers like Taylor Swift and everyone else, Beyonce, you know, maybe Beyonce hasn't said anything, but I mean, all of these people, right, push the mask on everyone, right? None of these people really are ending up wearing masks during their performances, and they're within 6 feet of people. They're not so...
I would imagine many of these peoples have probably already had the vaccine, and secondly, if they're working on a performance together, they're probably within, you know, very close to each other relatively often for practice and stuff. Not saying it's right, but that's probably a risk that they took on so they could do the performance.
Social distancing, so, but, you know, it doesn't apply to them because it's art for the time being, or fart art. Now, where do you start with an event like this? Well, there's the obvious stuff. The eye symbolism, the transhumanism. Should we start with the LGBTQZBYWAGSW123, as Jeff C. would say? Should we start with that? Because really, that was the sickest thing that I saw, and I don't... It's funny because I guess younger guys and stuff, they write on my videos, like, you don't... Oh, boy, Call, you don't like women, right? I mean, this is what women are now? What is this Cardi B?
She's a musical artist.
This is attractive to men?
A lot of them, I would imagine, yeah.
This is one of the most repulsive things I've ever seen. And of course...
Fellas, is it gay to be attracted to women? Okay.
Of course this is allowed to be on national TV in prime time. Of course this is also allowed on YouTube. This video is trending on YouTube called WAP. Now, I don't expect any of you out there to know what that means.
I know what it means. And so does Ben Shapiro.
I'm sure some of you do. I had no idea. And it's not because I'm clueless. I mean, they just start making up these, and they initial everything. You can't even keep track of the stuff. But I found out
He's such a boomer. What are these kids talking about these days with their WAP? What does that mean? Back in my day, we did the Macarena, and we liked it.
a little while ago because I was going to do a video on this, but I was so repulsed I couldn't. But I have to now because it happened during the Grammys, and a lot of teens and a lot of kids were watching it. WAP stands
Do kids watch the Grammys? I don't know if people give a shit about the Grammys for the most part.
for, ready? Say it with me, wet. The second word is as, but you can add an S to that. And the
Oh my god, Call, you're an adult. Please just say wet ass pussy. It's fine.
The third word is the women's prime.
Oh my god! Words describing women's genitals? Mm. Are you fucking 5 years old? Seriously?
Private region. Now, I'm not afraid to say those words, but out of respect for the audience, for anyone who has children listening, I'm not. And two,
Children should not ever be in the room when someone is watching a Call for an Uprising video.
because I don't even know what you can and can't say on YouTube anymore, but it's repulsive. So that's what the song stands for. That's being nominated for a Grammy, that they're performing at the Grammys. We've gone
Yeah, it was like one of the biggest songs of the year. I don't even listen to like popular music typically, but I listen to WAP. It's a really fucking catchy song.
from, and look, all of these people have always been on the other side, unfortunately, okay? It's just the truth. People like Frank Sinatra, I know people go, oh,
When did Frank Sinatra put out his final album? Let's look at his discography. He died in 98. His hits were from like the 50s, okay? Later career. Looks like his final... That's a film role, though. Does he have just like a discography section? That's film career. I need discography. Here's his discography. Great. Okay, looks like his last album was 94. He was on Duets 2. His popular shit was more so from the 60s and the 50s. I like Frank Sinatra. I have Frank Sinatra and WAP on the same playlist. You can like both. It's fine.
Frank Sinatra. Look, I listened to bands like Journey when I was younger. I don't listen to...
Back in my day, we listened to Don't Stop Believin' 30 times on a loop, and we had to take the needle, and we had to put it back at the beginning of the record, and we liked it.
anything really anymore. Because, no, you know, the only thing that sometimes if you hear a song, it might bring up an old memory of something with family or somewhere you were, someone you were dating, which might bring up a good memory. But these people are all in on it. But, you know, Frank Sinatra, I mean, come on. Hanging out with Sammy Davis hanging out with Anton LaVey, part of the Satanic Church. No, thank you. No, thank you. But look how music, where it's come from, at least as far as what people are willing to accept. You're going from, like, Strangers in the Night, New York, to WAP, okay? And not only do you get...
They're all good songs. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. I love that song.
Get that, but you get...
And also, give me everything you got for this wet-ass pussy. What? How does this... there's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. God, how does WAP start? I don't remember.
What I guess
Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass pussy.
you would call some type of...
Oh yeah, certified freak. 7 days a week. wet ass pussy make that pull-up game weak.
I think they call, well, for men we would call, call it something along.
I don't like My Way either. That's not a good Frank Sinatra song. I like Fly Me to the Moon, Let Me Play Amongst the Stars. That one. Strangers in the Night. New York, New York. And I feel like there's another one. Oh, Witchcraft. That's pretty good too.
Lines of that highway is made of Hershey Kisses. But for women, I guess it's some type of thing about running with scissors or something along those lines. They're doing this on stage, riding each other. And all you hear today is people are like, whoa, it was like watching a adult-rated film. And you're okay with this? You want your kids
Yeah, I don't really care.
to see this? I don't think there's an agenda behind it with two women doing it. And you're supposed to be aroused as a man?
You don't have to be, Call. It's fine if you're not. A lot of people would be, but it's fine.
I'm repulsed. These creatures are disgusting. They're covered in tattoos. They have fingernails that are longer than Freddy Krueger. These people, really what I feel like most of these women are doing is they're starting to look like what demons look like. Because when demons are presented or pulled over from, when the veil is lifted, which I don't care if people think that's crazy talk or not, they look like what the interpretation of aliens is, right? What they always told us, oh, this is what an alien looks like, right? I've always said, well, aliens are really demons. Well, whether you believe in aliens or you believe in demons, women are starting to look like that. And so are some men. But the face work and all this stuff, it's repulsive. They have nails that are a foot long.
Joke's on him. I'm into demons.
Could you imagine that? That's sexual to you? I'm good. Thank you. No thanks. I wouldn't even let you butter my bread. And they're doing this on a stage. So, of course they're pushing that agenda towards children. Why wouldn't they push two women on top of each other? And again, the whole theme of the show was feminism. All the headlines say, oh, the women dominate. The women win all the awards, right? Stories about, oh, The Weeknd was supposed to be nominated and he won't show up ever again because he wasn't, right? Because they continue to push this men versus women.
Even I don't know anything about this. I guess he knows more about Grammy inter-artist drama than I do. Kind of weird imagining him reading, like, People magazine or something.
White versus black, civil unrest. They've told us for years that these movies, these stupid superhero movies with civil unrest.
Didn't this performance air after 10 p.m.? It wouldn't surprise me.
Purge movies. All it's been about is dividing us, dividing everyone. Race, gender, everything, to create one. That's the entire point. Then we get our friend Taylor Swift, Mrs. Equality Act herself, and she wins a bunch of awards for her song Willow, which is about witchcraft and magic.
You literally just lauded Frank Sinatra, who also had a song about witchcraft titled Witchcraft. That witchcraft, that wicked witchcraft, and I know that it's strictly taboo. Like, what? I thought you said you liked Frank Sinatra. What are you doing?
Wonderful, right? So we get that, and she's doing her little thing like she does all the time, all her songs in the woods, right? Remember the song Into the Woods or whatever it was called I covered? Then we get another girl doing a song called Levitating. Didn't I just do a video on levitating? I was talking about how lame it is and how these losers want to levitate and fly and stuff. I mean, they can fly, all right? They can fly into the abyss. As far as I'm concerned, they could fly into the nearest septic tank, put the lid on it, and then call me and I'll flush it for them.
You don't flush a septic tank. You flush a toilet and it goes into a septic tank, you idiot. At least get your metaphors right. You gotta pump out a septic tank. Do you know what a septic tank is?
Levitating, right? And what's she standing in front of? Well, this song Levitating is on because that's just normal, right? Oh, but levitating, Call, it means she's so happy and excited. She feels like she's on a cloud because she's in love as she stands in front of the moon. We get the eclipse, right? Which is important to them for satanic rituals. All these different types of moons are blood moons, eclipses, right? But we have the full moon behind her. It must be a coincidence, right? We get Harry Styles. He's got the ritual circle behind him. always see the same things, right? Then we get this guy Bad Bunny. Can somebody tell me what I'm listening to? If you've listened to this guy? I don't even know what I'm listening to.
I didn't know Bad Bunny existed until the other day when I saw like an article in passing about Bad Bunny. And at first I thought it was about the streamer Bad Bunny, and I was very confused.
It's like listening to somebody who's very slow in the head talk. And this is music now. And what does he do? He comes out and you say, how in the world could this guy be nominated for anything? This is like listening.
He speaks Spanish. I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny.
To two rats trying to kill each other while a bird is dumping on him while a human being is electrocuting himself. And what does he do? Well, this is how you know why he's there. They pull out the shot, and what is he inside of? A giant eyeball. I had no idea. Did you guys know that Bad Bunny was actually going to quit the music industry to be an optometrist? Did you know his whole plan originally was he wanted to be an optometrist. He loves eyes so much. He loves pink eye, blue eyes, green eyes, loves it. He wants to help people, make sure people, get your eye test, get you the right glasses so that you can see well. That's what he cares about. Because we all love eyes, right? That's just a coincidence, right? During this giant thing, it's about feminism, witchcraft, WAP, that we get this.
That's definitely a TOS.
Moons everywhere. You can't make it up. And then, of course, we get transhumanism. We get whatever this thing is, Doja Cat. Apparently this is what the world has come to. It's laughable. When I look back at stuff, I try not to say,
fine.
well, it's, because when I was younger, this is what people liked and it made sense. Because I look at stuff and I'm like, that is so embarrassing. Like Kiss.
I have a second monitor now, so I can check stuff over here if you send it to me. That's completely fine. As long as you preface if you're not sure, I don't know if this is TOS, then I can check it out over here and it's fine.
People listen to Kiss, how embarrassing.
Hip bands the kids are into, like Kiss.
Look at these losers, right? Covered in face paint. Marilyn Manson.
Another very up-to-date reference in the year of our Lord 2021. Not even Slipknot or something. Which even that's probably an outdated reference. Kiss is awful. I don't disagree. There are some Kiss songs that I like, but they're not... How do I put this? If Kiss didn't have the gimmick of the, I got a long tongue and we're all in makeup and stuff, I don't think they would have been as successful, but, whatever.
Losers. Just complete jokes.
Anyone who hears I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and doesn't kind of get into it, I don't trust you. We keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. Oh, is Gene Simmons a shitty person? What did he do? Is he a transphobe or something? Or is he just a bad dude? I wasn't familiar.
But look at this is the same thing. Doja Cat. What is she? A cat? Meow? Huh? What is this? Call for a rainbow again? And what is she?
Misogynistic and a douchebag. That tracks.
She pushing transhumanism, of course. What else would they push with the mask, the altars? And there's plenty of other stuff. I couldn't sit through any.
I can tell I'm getting older because I don't recognize any of these names. I have no idea. I didn't know about Bad Bunny. I don't know who Doja Cat is. I don't know any of these people. I've reached the age where I am no longer in touch with the popular culture. He cheated on his wife too. I'm not shocked about that.
Anymore. I couldn't sit through Beyonce and Taylor Swift and their speeches and about equality, because this is their game. This is the game they play. Luckily, more and more people are not watching this crap anymore. And hopefully channels like
I'm only 27, and I'm very out of touch.
mine help people not to watch it because they go, yeah, this is ridiculous. They're engineering us, they're manipulating us.
At least with music. I've never been the biggest music person, which is probably why. If you ask me about sort of what's going on with movies right now and pop culture and TV shows, I can talk about that. I don't know anything about music, though.
But unfortunately, there's a bunch of pathetic saps out there who do. And then they get butthurt when I talk about these lowlifes. And they go, he's jealous. Trust me, I'm not. I'm ready for the trumpets to sound. I'm ready to go quietly into the night here. I'm ready to go out with a whimper, not a bang. I'm good. This is what the world has become in 2021. I want to thank everyone out there who's a patron of this channel. Please consider becoming one if you're not.
Call for an uprising. Just repeating the same shit. Over and over and over. Over and over and over and over and over and over. And his audience eats it up. Weird.